All right, the mics are open. My name's G Money.
Ashley.
Sir Henry's.
Andy Young.
Wow. All right, listen, before we get into the main pod, I want to tell you something real quick, yeah? If you are out there and you are hustling and you are like one of those digital creators, or no matter how you're making your money, you need to get involved with the year account from the Co-op Bank. Now, one of the greatest things that enables you to have is for you to have your own till number. When you're doing business, like earlier today, I had to go and buy a chess set at Masai Market. And the lady gave me her till number. Nice. I was very, very impressed. It wasn't some random phone number where you're exposing your phone number and so. No, it was a till number. And you can get your very own till number as a year account holder by stepping into any branch of the Co-op Bank, filling in a simple one-page form, and you'll activate the account just by your first transaction. That's how simple it is. Digital creators, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on IG, whatever you're doing, make sure you get your till number. Make sure you get your year account as well from Co-op Bank. And make sure you definitely step into the future by having your business looking solid with a till number, courtesy of your year account from Co-op Bank. Let's start this week's pod. The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Welcome back to The Mics Are Open. This is episode 255. My name is Ashley.
No one knows who to go next. I'm G Money.
Andy Young.
Sir Henry the first.
We got a new guest.
So Henry the First, I know you as a rugby player. Yeah. I know you played for Nondies. You've played for Nondies for quite a while. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Nondies getting through to the semi-finals of the cup. I don't know you as a podcaster. Why are you here?
Oh, man.
I just came here for the vibes.
That's enough.
I was lied to that there will be liquor, but we're here now.
We're here now.
Yeah.
So welcome, bro. And that's how it works when the mics are open. Calvin is not around at the moment, and he'll be back hopefully next week and stuff. So Manda was just like, can I be on the pod? Sure, you can be on the pod. There you go. All right, guys, I feel like the pod this week, we got a lot of good stuff to talk about. First of all, I want to start by talking about the fact that there was a whole thread on Twitter this week where guys are talking about podcasters and saying, I don't want to watch a podcast where the guys say, so how was your week? Like, I saw there was a whole thread on Twitter, guys were laying into some different podcasts and whatever. So in order to...
Did you catch some heat?
No, we didn't catch any heat.
Damn it.
I start my podcast like that with Nimrat.
Yeah.
Watch double-sided tape.
But I thought to myself that since it obviously annoys so many people, let's start the podcast by saying, hey,
How was your
week?
Might as well.
Oh, man.
So we're actually answering how the week was.
Yeah. How was yours?
Let me tell you, blur. From
blur.
Friday till Monday, it was just alcohol. It was a blur. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
I love it. I
man.
bumped into you during the weekend. That was nice.
You did?
Zero recollection.
remember
That's how
me.
leady the weekend was. That's how leady.
Oh my god. Oh my god, G.
What
we
was your name
talked.
again?
Oh, yeah. We bumped into, and you were telling me how to get home safely. I
Yeah.
remember, it's okay.
Because
Hey!
okay.
We'll leave it there.
Enough has been said.
We'll leave it there.
I was going back to the bash.
Oh, man. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend.
It was a very
I
good
was
weekend.
out and I was out. I was on road. Yeah, I've been on road since Friday. I'm ashamed of myself.
Why?
It's just terrible.
You've been on your worst behavior.
I've been on my worst behavior,
It's
man.
allowed. You're
Yeah.
a bad boy. Embrace it.
You know what? I'm gonna go back to working hard because this G with time on his hands is not a good G.
I feel like you need to have like a proper night out with me. I think you'll have a blast.
I don't. I've got bad friends.
I've got bad friends too.
I've got badder friends.
I think I have worse
I think your friends should get together and see who's the baddest.
Facts.
That's what should happen.
I think
you
they'll
bring
have
your
so
friends
much-
together. Let's see who's the baddest.
Personally, I think they'd have so much fun together.
All right. Andy, how was your
Damn,
weekend?
this is like a guy telling you how good his bed game is, and you know for sure there's nothing going on
Yeah,
over
not
there. If
gonna
he's
be
gassing you like that, ain't nothing going on over there. But my weekend was dope. I went to see my folks
Nice.
after the show on Saturday. Then on Sunday, went to Hoop. My weekend was just, bro, it was nice. It was vibes, great energy. I loved it, being around family after you haven't been around them for a while. It gets you rejuvenated in a way. So I felt good about that. Then doing something you love. Basketball is something I love. So I did that, feeling good. My week started off really well. Loving Nairobi weather. It rains when I'm going to sleep.
I know.
And it keeps raining when Jimani is in studio. Me, I'm still in bed. So I've been enjoying a whole lot of that. Yeah.
I hear that.
So Henry, you said the first number, the second number, the third.
There's no.
Damn,
Only one.
uko na mingi. You're those people who have a phone number every month. You take someone with a new number. I have to
on
save
Brian,
the
you have
first,
to-
the second.
You have to
the
confuse
third.
the enemies every day,
Gosh.
Hey, how was your weekend, bro?
I'm the driver who'd never made it to the parking lot,
Oh, wow.
That's one hell of an analogy.
Blacked
Girl.
out.
That's how you know that, like, everything was lit. That one statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
Blacked out twice over the weekend, Friday to Sunday, so you can,
Back-to-back blackouts.
yeah.
Y'all are really living the
Blacked
Love
out
it.
on Friday, woke up on Saturday feeling fresh and nice, disappeared, came back in the evening. Hello,
Blacked
how
out
are you?
again.
We need you to black.
Another blackout.
Blacked out. Woke up on Monday.
Delivering blows.
Woke up on Monday to another party.
Oh my goodness.
Party on a Monday.
It's our first-
You're those people on social media, man.
It's the off season of rugby.
Okay. So what do you usually do during the off season? Because I'm sure now talk to us
Okay, what
about
you
your
doing?
during the season and off season.
You see, like right now, I
Yeah.
have a lot of time from Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I can recover on Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah. Because usually on Friday, you are focused because the game is on Saturday.
Yeah.
So you don't have time to party
Mess
and
around.
stuff. You can only do that on Saturday. But right now, after a game, the game might be intense or you might get so tired.
Yeah.
So you end up just drinking 2 beers or something like that. And go
Lies.
home.
That's a big lie.
That's how it starts. Yeah, something light, just 2 beers.
You know, I'm not gonna, bro. You're my bedroom. I'm not gonna sit there.
Say it.
I'm not gonna sit there.
With
And
chest,
take his
nigga.
life.
Say
The guy
it.
was like, so after the games, we might have 2 polite beers, bruh. You.
He's the instigator. He's already bought a bottle.
So, listen, let me tell you, this is a podcast, yeah?
Yeah.
And, outside of the podcast, I have your back. But right here, we
off.
talk it like it is.
Go off.
So the 2 beers are for just the starters too.
Oh, so it's
Put
a
your-
starter.
Yeah,
And
to
then you
cool
have
down
the main.
body. Yeah,
You
you pull
get
down the body,
yourself.
get yourself.
Yeah.
When you guys played against Harlequins, right? And I was at the match, right? Fam, I saw the manager of Nondies coming on the pitch with a crate of beer before these guys have even fully
It's
You know what?
motivation, bro.
Incentive.
That is motivation. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Back in campus, when I used to play for one of the school's basketball teams, we used to look forward after the game. We used to have cold juice, bro. Like cold juice. So we always used to fuss about it immediately after
Right.
the game. So anytime we'd see those juices pause before the game,
Right.
and then like you guys know, we're gonna have a good share of this juice after the game.
Good
It gets
share.
you guys, you're activated, bro. So it's an incentive good enough.
that post game clarity as well. You can
Yes.
enjoy the juice.
Oh my gosh.
After the horrendous work you've done on the paint, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, you need something like that. So
But
yeah,
yeah,
it's good motivation.
The weekend was easy, man. Good vibes, good energy, man, for real. I feel like also we should talk a little bit about, have you guys seen the weather in Dubai?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bruh.
I saw the airport on social
Everything's
media.
swimming.
Fam, they said that's the. So for those of you who don't know, the rain in Dubai has been the heaviest since records ever began. Bro, did you just see Lamborghinis and Bugatti and big cars just floating down the roads? Madness.
That was
man.
crazy.
Absolute. And if you have family in Dubai, check on them because people are being washed away. You know that we're black, we're not the best swimmers.
Oh wow.
You get me? We're not the best swimmers. You know what I mean? So that was crazy.
Something similar was happening in Russia, if I'm not wrong, no?
No, that
I'd
was
have to
Runda.
check.
Oh, damn. Even Nairobi this past weekend. It's been nuts, bro.
Even Nairobi this past
Yeah.
weekend has been crazy.
Oh no, yeah, it's been every
crazy.
single
back
weekend.
to back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Every single weekend for the past like 3 weeks, it's just been pouring.
Yeah, even the airport. So Larry saying that
Larry.
Oh yeah,
bags were
ooh,
drowning.
they got into a little.
No, you know,
into a
I swear
little
to God,
tiff.
I feel like Larry, shout out to Larry. Larry, the way how the politicians are portraying, or this Merkerman is portraying, it's like Larry, let's say Larry's in Lagos, and he checks the weather, and he's like, right, it's going to rain in Nairobi tonight.
Me there.
Let me
be
get
there.
a flight. I must be there.
Yeah.
Like, guys be like, so Larry, do you ever come to Nairobi when the sun's out?
No,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Never, yeah,
Oh,
but I
man.
like his comeback. He just went back to like posts from like 2014, and he was just like, this you?
Receipts. True journalism.
This is you. There was even
Right.
a point where they were having a full conversation about JKIA,
Yeah.
and he was just like, funny how.
Yo, you know what, G? You were right about what you said on air today, this morning, about how the rap game should be like this. Stop just saying things about someone while you're attacking them when you guys are beefing. Show us the receipt.
Receipts.
Like, we want to know it's for real. Because
Right.
for all we know, you could be guessing all of this, man.
So-
like,
so-
we're never gonna know if it's for real or if
Yeah.
it's jokes. Show us the receipts.
So the context for that is that Larry dug up some receipts of
Hey.
of Merkerman dissing the airport in the past,
Yeah.
and just posted a whole thread.
Now you're the one who is telling me this now. Wow. Let me show you.
Love it. Now speaking about Larry and also about Merkerman, I came across this idea that where people sometimes they don't want you to comment about what's happening at home. So for example, it's like sometimes you're like, I feel that people don't expect us to talk about the bad things that happen at home.
Yeah.
And one of the sure ways in order to keep people not talking about the bad things at home is not to let people into your home in the first place. Why do I say this? Lil Durk, one of the most famous rappers, isn't he like one of Drake's best friends?
Yeah.
Says that
That's a stretch, but okay.
one of Drake and Durk have they fallen out? Because Drake's fallen
No
out
new
with everyone.
friends. No new friends.
Not yet.
So Lil Durk says that even his best friend has never been to his house.
Nah. No,
Best friend is a
I'm not.
stretch.
Yeah, I'm not about it. That's okay. I get the reasons because maybe he lives a completely different kind of lifestyle, and with the family that he has right now, he's probably trying to, well, not protect them, but allow them to live a life just by their own, just do your own thing without necessarily getting caught up in what my lifestyle brings about,
Right.
But your best friend, now what if something happens to you? And the only person who should probably know, maybe this is something I can do and I know where you're at, let me pull up, and then nobody knows what go on.
But you know what made me think though, because I really examined, like, I looked at us guys, like as a company, as a collective, and I thought to myself, like in this room now, I've been to Byron's house, but only not since, I've been to your house technically, because he's moved into a house of somebody else I knew, right? I've never been to Austin's house. I've never been to your house. I spend too much time in your house. I've been to your house. But I think everyone here has been to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I've never been to Grouchy's house.
Really?
And people, like, it's really funny when people be like, yo, gee, Grouchy, da, 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 da. Me and Grouchy are cool, but I've never been to Grouchy's yard. I've dropped him at his estate, but
Yeah.
I've never been to his house.
Really?
Calvin's yard, you've been.
I've been to Calvin's
His new one.
house when he first moved. When he first moved there, just, the Calvin Mark one. So
but
I,
not grouchy.
huh?
But not
I've
grouchy.
never been to Grouchy's house. And people find that strange.
Don't you?
It is.
It is.
No, because you see,
Now
but
we are
then-
gassing you up. He wanted to read about
Like,
it,
go
but
for
now.
Like, why haven't I ever been to your house?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Someone said that I'm the kind of person who needs to be invited.
I get that.
So like, it's like I can't just say I'm not gonna say
coming
Grouchy.
through.
I'm in your hood. I'm not gonna do that. But if Grouchy says, "Yo, G, swing by. I've done some renovations. Blah blah blah. Come through." I'll go.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, say if you see how you used to do random pop-ins in USIU.
Right.
Say you're driving along that route,
Uh-huh.
and say you remember, oh, Andy and maybe Nev live or stay along this ends. Let me hit them up, maybe see if I can say, oh, you wouldn't do that.
No.
Even if you find yourself in those ends.
No, but I no. That'd be no. I wouldn't.
Ah,
actually.
okay.
I'd be
No, it's
thinking
fair. It's fair.
I'd be thinking about that's gonna take another hour. Nah, let me get back to it.
The potholes on Thika Road.
I remember when you
And
used to
in
live in.
Roysambu.
I think I dropped you back to your place once when you were
Yes.
in Blown White.
Yes. Outside the gate.
Yeah.
With the beer, mama, it was laying low. She was so worried. Like, is my car going to make it out of this place? You'll be fine, man. Just drive.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is it okay for like your best? Like, what is the criteria for you to invite people home? Because for me, one of the things I tell you is that if you want to piss me off, turn up at my house. Like I say, you're coming through, come true. Turn up at my house with other people. Oh man,
Yeah, it's a big problem.
It's
That's
a
an
problem.
abomination. Yeah.
I hate that.
I have this thing where people know if they're coming to my house, they have to call me. And if you haven't called me beforehand, I'm not going to open the door. Like, I'll hear ding dong, I'm not going to open the door. I'm not even going to stand up to check because I'm like,
You're not home.
firstly, I'm paranoid as shit. So I'm just like, somebody's trying to kill me. And then I'm just like, also, if you didn't call me beforehand, why the hell are you in my house? Unless it's like it's a special delivery that I didn't know about. I mean, I'll never
I'm the
know.
delivery guy. And
Yeah,
you know
I'll
what I'm
never know
about to deliver.
unless you call me and be like, go check your door. And I've had situations like those. Like, someone has sent me something and they're just like, are you home? I'm like, yeah. So why aren't you answering your door? I'm like, because I don't know who the it is.
Damn.
I hate that.
What
I
if
hate
they
that.
miss you?
Oof. You got her right there,
What
bro.
if they
you
miss
got
you?
her right
What if
there.
the delivery misses me?
No.
Whoever's coming.
Oh, what if the person
That
called
is-
me first?
No, they want to surprise you.
I don't know. We don't do surprises in house.
But
No,
you
for
love
you.
Yeah.
For you. Because maybe other people like it. Other people
the
are about
surprise
it.
is someone.
Yeah, there's some people who
Listen,
like that.
listen.
You know me too well to be showing up at my house randomly.
Let me tell you one thing for me. The worst question you could ask me is, are you home? Like,
Because why?
why?
Why are you asking? Why do you need to know?
Or are you asking us who?
Maybe someone is
It
robbing
depends
your house.
on the reason.
Maybe someone is robbing your house. You never know.
No, but why are you asking me if I'm home?
True.
See, confirm if you're the one moving. or the tags are moving your things.
No. No, man stay where man stays, that doesn't really happen. You can only move out certain days. You know what I mean?
So what are you doing? Are you not telling your best? I think you are against it because
No,
you are such an inviting person.
Yeah.
To an extent, you have a limit, but you are an inviting person. So I think it would go against your nature to just go MIA, unless maybe you go through a very traumatizing, incident, and it causes you to be like that. But I feel like most of us now we're not built like
No,
that.
I think for me, like what happened to me is that like my house, I feel like
It's a resort.
Right there.
5-star.
Right there.
5-star.
Spot
that's
on.
actually the nickname of my house, the resort.
Yeah.
I feel that like I go through phases where I want to host people, but then I go through phases where I just don't want to see anybody. You get me?
It's allowed.
But I think for me, like I don't like the idea of. I don't think it's necessary for everyone. Like I mean, me and Grouchy are good friends, but Grouchy's
Oh,
been
you
to my
felt
yard.
that one. You felt that one.
But I never been to his house. But it doesn't. But that's the example that people always they get surprised when I say I've never been to his yard. I've dropped him at his yard, but I've never been into his.
You're gonna give him a call after this.
No.
Let him hear it from
He'll hear
you.
about it. Like Grouchy, but Grouchy, where's the camera? Grouchy, see you invite me one day. I know the worst thing is like the other day he FaceTimed me when he came back from
From Australia.
Aussie.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No toxic masculinity there.
Yeah, I love it.
And
Yeah,
then he
it's cute.
FaceTimes
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Wassandra's in the house.
Oh,
Wassandra from Bounty.
the guys you support.
Bob is in the house. They chill. I'm like, yo, that's a really nice painting. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, where'd you get that lamp from? Vicariously via FaceTime.
Yeah,
but
you're waiting for
Everybody else other than Jimani. Wow.
But I mean-
Personally, I wouldn't have it.
Grouchy,
Yeah.
one day, we just can't meet in the studio and in clubs. One day, Grouchy, please. Just say.
And I tell
Just
you,
say.
you come in self-contained, no expenses. You come fully.
Yeah,
Fully contained.
I'll bring a bottle. It's cool. We can watch a Premier League game because I know you got DSTV Premium. I'm sure you have because the house is nice.
Let me ask you something. Back in JA or say in the UK, yeah. Did you guys have this culture of when you go visit someone, especially maybe with your family, right? you have to go with something.
Of course.
Like there's no way you're going to visit someone
black thing.
It's an
empty-handed.
African thing.
That's a
Yeah,
black
true.
thing, African Caribbean thing. You can't go empty-handed.
Squeezing ni chupa, because like I wanted to ask, is it a culture that's slowly dwindling? Like it's not every day that people visiting their friends, unless it's a bash because if it's a bash, then you can split responsibilities. Ama it's a BYOB,
But even
besides that, like say, hey, yo Ash, can I come visit you? Nikuje na mkate, nikuje na maziwa.
Do you know
vape,
that's dope? You know why that's dope?
Yeah.
Because I find if I go to visit someone who's older, like if I go to say, there's a time I went to see our CEO at his house, right? I made sure I stopped and ordered 2 like really expensive bottles of wine so I could walk into the house. But nowadays I find that like amongst our peer group, it'll be a case of you go empty-handed and then you just order.
Oh
when you're
yeah,
there,
right, right.
Order when you're there.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I was going to touch on that because a lot of times also you don't necessarily know what they might need. So you might as well go there and then you find out. It's just like, oh, okay, so what do you want me to get you? Then as you're there, you just order and it comes through.
And also, there's people out there who are smart. I don't want to mention no names. Eugene. But there are people out there who are smart who will like, they bring a brand of alcohol that really and truly only they like.
Yeah, and then they're the only ones drinking it.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yo, man came
That's
to the
smart.
man came to the
Very
yard with
smart.
bourbon.
And that's not your
Bourbon.
cup of tea.
Bourbon. Like I don't even know how to drink bourbon.
I think it also depends with what you're coming to do. Some people don't buy things because they're coming to be fed, man.
Facts.
People are surviving in Nairobi. So someone will be, are you home?
Oh damn, I thought
He
about
knows-
that completely
There's gonna be
different.
food.
But okay.
There's be food in that house.
So
There's some liquor in that house. My weekend is in this house.
I just have to find myself
just have
in
to
that
find
house
myself, yeah.
somehow.
so they come with juice.
Yeah.
They can just come even empty-handed with vibes. And they're like, by the way, there's this game that is being played. I feel like it will be a very good match. Bro, you have DSTV in your house. No, I just want to watch with you. Next thing you know, bro is there. He's just waiting on that kitchen.
Very comfortable.
That kitchen bell is not coming. It's not ringing.
The kitchen bell.
But when you do it once and then the next time you don't cook or stuff, they start disappearing.
Yeah, true.
Oh, because they get used to it now.
Yeah,
They're like,
That's fair
oh,
enough. That's fair
this
enough.
is not the
For me,
treatment.
it's interesting. If someone visits me, like someone visits me and I'm cooking or I know someone's coming to, I'll cook. But the worst thing you can say to me is there food in your house?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, is there food in my house?
Sometimes
I'm hungry, I'm trying to eat.
Sorry. Sometimes friends will ask you beforehand so that they know if they can come with food.
Yes.
Right?
That too,
Yeah,
that part.
that's a good, yeah. 'Cause
Like, is there
my
food in the
friends-
house?
Yeah, my friends ask me, do you have food in the house so that they can come with food?
Well, I need new friends because my friends, when they say, is there food in the house?
They expect
basically,
you
they're
to.
coming to eat.
Or sometimes they are the food that's coming into the house.
I mean, there's that.
You can't as well bring food from outside. It's a resort, you know.
Chili sauce.
Food from outside is not allowed.
Yeah, it's a
Not
resort.
allowed. There's rice in the house. Why are we bringing
There's
outside
food at home.
There's food at
Yeah.
home.
I
for
saw
real.
another story in the group this week that
Oh, go on.
was interesting. One about do you guys turn your ringer off on your phone before going to bed?
Is it
What do
ever
you do?
on?
Fam,
Do not disturb.
bro, my phone been on silent for like the last
Years.
6-7
Decade.
years. And I'll tell you the true story. Like honestly, I always used to leave the ringer on my phone when my grandmother was alive. Because you know, Jamaica being 8 hours behind,
Yeah, the
sometimes
time difference.
she could wake up at like 6 o'clock in the evening and say, "Mo want to talk to my grandson."
Oh.
And come call Conrad. Boom, boom, boom. And it's 4 a.m. in the morning. And the phone rings. So I always used to leave my ringer on. But the crazy thing is, from my grandmother passed away, you can't find my ringer on anytime, literally anytime. Unless like I'm going to take a shower and I'm waiting for a call, I'll turn it on. But the ringer is never on my phone.
Yeah.
What about you?
I switch off my data, my Wi-Fi, but I don't leave it on do not disturb or sleep, because I might get. I never want to let like anything important just go like that just
Right.
because I wanted to get some sleep. So I usually go like, if I leave everything to the universe. If I get an important call, well and good. If not, and sometimes those risky calls coming in late in the night, my guy. You don't want to wake up in the morning and find a missed call and a text that yo was trying to pull up nini nini. And bro, you know that vibe when Shodi is off of the sherehe, you know she's sourced and she's about the business that she was texting you like when
I
I
know,
catch
for
you,
sure.
Ricky.
For
Ricky
sure.
was asleep, but now
Let me tell you, that's an OTP. Like if you don't answer this call and then you come back tomorrow and be like, oh yeah, I was trying to you tried to hit me up. Yeah.
it's gone.
That's
On to
me
the next
last
man.
night.
On to
That's
the
not
next
me
man.
now.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's what all those missed calls were.
Yep.
Now everything suddenly makes sense.
Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, Otis was some
I think it's wicked to sleep with your ringer off.
What do you mean wicked?
It's wicked.
I concur.
Wicked how?
You don't
As
deserve
who?
any rest.
What do you
So
mean?
something happens out here, and someone is in an emergency. You have people will have your contact as an emergency.
By the way, you're on many people's emergency contacts, just so you know.
You.
Mr. Conrad Gray, Anthony.
Yo, I'm that guy who says, call me anytime.
Yeah.
But
But never
in real
available.
But I
Listen.
agree with you, bro.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it depends. If you have a child and maybe let's say you are separated with their mom, you can't be switching off your phone.
Fair.
That's a fair one.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be
That's
so
with
serious,
children,
bro?
though.
But there's no kids here, bro.
Yeah.
It's okay, we are coming there.
Am I out there? Eh?
No, they're not kids. But another one,
Uh-huh.
I can never leave it off. You can call me all you want. Are you sure I'm at home?
Okay, there's that. Also, sometimes you can see the phone ring and you're like, there's no way I'm picking this
Yes.
call. Because maybe you know what it's about. And
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, maybe I need to pick this call.
Yeah, but if you're sleeping, like it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you're getting a phone call and you're like, it wakes you up and you're like, I'm not going to pick this call. See, you've got interrupted sleep.
You are wicked.
There shall be no sleep for the
the
weekend.
weekend.
That's why
That's why there's D&D
it's
though.
self-perpetuating.
You can
No,
just
but-
receive the phone and then go back.
No, I don't switch my phone off. I just leave it on silent, man.
Us. Everything off.
D&D heavy.
Wait, your phone is always on D&D, even during the day.
No, during the day it's not on D&D. It's on work mode. And work mode, I don't get notifications, only from like my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have like my list of favorites are, you guys are there, so you're welcome.
So we can get you.
Yeah, you can get me. On my D&D, I used to have the D&D for Mweezies. You know which one that is? Like even if you call twice, it's not going through.
Oh, damn.
Then it got to a point I missed out on too many,
Important.
you know,
Right, right.
very important calls past 9 p.m. because that's when it comes in.
It
So
be
I
them
was like,
ones.
let me just take it back to if you call me twice, it's gonna go.
I do a breakfast show, 9 p.m. I'm in my bed sleeping
True that.
like a good Christian boy.
That. True
But
that.
at the same time, actually speaking about radio, I think so. I started switching off my ringer when I started working on radio, right? And after that, I mean, even on set, our phones are necessary. They have to be
On silent.
on silent. So at some point, I'm just like,
Huh?
not you putting your phone on silent.
No, it was on silent anyway. I just
You're
checked it.
You're
confirming.
doing the assignment when the teacher is collecting the books.
I was
It's
just
too
checking.
late. So it's become so natural for my phone to be on silent. It's just on vibrate. Like
So you might as well just leave it
leave
on
it,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the vibrate has become so sensitive to me. I can feel
Eh?
it or hear. So let me finish. I can literally feel or hear the vibrate by itself, even without the ringer on. So even at night, I hear
Bam,
the.
I
hear the
don't
vibrate.
have, if my ringer's off, I don't have, it's not on vibrate, nothing. I'm not trying to hear nobody. I even have a message that pops up after 9:45. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't care. All right, me a wicked. I don't care. I'm a
Finally,
wicked.
there
I'll
we
take
go.
it. Fam, if you can't wait till morning, leave. I'm not interested. Leave me alone. I want
Yeah,
It's not that
you can tell
important.
us in the comment section, man. Say, do you leave your ringer off when you go to bed? Ama, you're wicked.
Yeah,
you can let us know.
Are you wicked?
Nah,
you can
but
let us know. Go on.
there's not like shout out to Cyprian Kuto, former Kenya Sevens player. It was in Nairobi a couple months ago. Let me tell you, Sippy will call you.
Oh
The
yeah.
last time I was in Eldoret, Zippy will call you at 3 o'clock in the morning. My guy, are you asleep?
What do you think?
Where are you? We're in the bar. Come. Oh, you're in the hotel. I come.
No, that's love, bro. That's a lot of love. Because anyone who calls, like when someone is having a great moment and they think about calling you because you should be there.
3 a.m.
Bruh.
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
And that's your homie. It's not even Shodi. That's your
Bruh.
homie. Come on, that's love.
Bruh,
Sippy loves you, bro.
Bro, yeah, and that's
Embrace
fine.
it.
I love
Yeah.
Sippy too. He's a great
Yeah.
guy. But what I'm trying to say is this, bro. How is it every time we go to Eldoret, every single time I go to Eldoret, right? You know, we never link up.
Really?
We never, the love is there.
Despite the calls.
Despite the calls.
But when he comes to Nairobi?
But when he comes to Nairobi, yeah, he'll come to the house. But like, because when we get there now, Sippy, I'm at the hotel. Sour boss, let me just finish my drink here, I'll be there. Then it's at 2:30 in the morning when the buzz is gone, when I've been in the hotel, whatever.
Oh my God.
My guy.
That's when he remembers.
That's when he's finishing the
You
drink.
know, there's a day, Sippy called at 5:34 a.m.
When
5:34
unaenda kuswali manze. Damn.
5:34 a.m. Like, why are you calling me?
I don't
Can
think...
you imagine my phone was on? The amount of clout. What a bomber clout you call me at 5 on a Saturday or Sunday morning. When
Not on the weekend.
When you've been in the club. You're calling me to ask me, hey, are you still at the club? It's 5:34. I am not at the club, Cyprian.
No, but interrupted sleep as a DJ when you just hit the bed. Maybe you just got into our number 2.
man.
And then you get a call and you were just getting into the sweet spot. Man, it can be irritating sometimes.
It's the thought that counts, man.
I've done that before too.
It's
So
crazy.
from 5 in the morning, because you lose concept of time. I wouldn't even lie to you. When you're like
Yeah.
having a great time, I've called random people. I'm like, hi, are you still at the club? They're like, Ash. It's like 4 in the morning. It's 5 in the morning. No, we're not. So
Watu wanaenda kazi.
you lose concept of time. I understand you, Cyprian. I do.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hear that, man.
It's not happening.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Guys,
that phone call.
wicked timings for wicked.
you are in this wickedness, and you're the one saying
Them
you
a
have to pick
wicked,
up the phone call.
Yo, man, them wicked.
I saw something else. Someone tweeted, I don't like solution-oriented people. They lack affection. Sometimes you just want a big hug instead of solutions. And then after that, I want to get your comments on that first. But then someone responded saying, you don't even realize the solution is the method of affection. That's just the way of showing empathy by trying to help you.
Yeah.
Discuss.
Okay. Let me go first.
Let's go.
I know.
Once you go like this,
Yeah.
I
game
know.
over.
I know I can be very guilty of being the solution-oriented person. But I've kind of had to learn that sometimes all you have to do is just listen. But I've also had to learn that sometimes, as much as I want to be that solution, direct, straight to the point, I have to ease back because sometimes the person and what they're going through, that's not what they've come to you for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? And in terms of the hug, hugs are always good, man. By the way, me, I'm a hugger.
And cuddles,
I'm
maybe.
sorry. I like, like that song. I like to kiss and cuddle and what? Still a bad man on the bad man block.
Go on.
Still a bad man.
When you hug us, Anna.
Hey.
No, it like hug. When you say you're a hugger in Sheng is booty.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was doing that Jay-Z
Hugs.
double entendre thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's
No,
okay.
So
Yeah.
sometimes people just want to hug. And,
No,
you know,
fair enough. Sometimes they just want a listening ear. Ash, what you say?
and a hug. Say it with chest.
And a hug, especially
And a hug.
that part. Yeah.
I don't want a
nice
hug.
warm hug.
If you hug me, I'll cry.
I tried hugging
Lay
Ashley
your
for long
head
today.
on my shoulder. Cry if you want to.
No, haven't you?
I'll be there to dry
When you're
your
venting.
tears.
When you're venting.
You know how many good relationships have started with that?
We're just like crying.
Lay your head on my shoulder. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Here,
There,
here.
it's gonna be okay.
Here.
9 months later.
Wow.
She's crying again.
But for a different reason. And you're not the solution in this case.
Exactly.
You are the problem.
You're the problem.
Today's solution is tomorrow's problem,
Yeah,
bro.
but no hugs. Don't hug me when I'm venting.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't like because I'll get emotional, and we don't do that here.
Why not?
Don't you ever
That's
feel?
the problem.
Right?
Why not?
No, okay. Personally, I don't like getting emotional when I'm venting because I'm already hyperventilating. There are already tears, or there's
So
already
let
so
them
much
go.
emotions. But don't you when you like really venting, you have that little little
Squeaky
kiwaru,
voice.
kiwaru, yeah. And then you're just like, if someone triggers me, it's a wrap. Like it's
Yeah, you need
over.
to be triggered for everything to come out.
Yeah, but
Pause.
I'll tell you.
The gangster in you doesn't allow.
It doesn't allow it. But I'll tell you this, even when like people are venting to me because I'm the listening ear, usually what I ask them is,
The
do you
hugger.
want me to just listen? Yeah, and the hugger, big fat hugger. But but usually what I ask them is, do you want me to just listen or do you want me to give you a solution?
Yeah.
And usually they'll be like, I want a solution, but right now I just want to vent. And I'm like, okay, good, talk, go off,
Send hugs, man.
go off.
Send hugs. Yeah, man. In the hug.
Would you like a hug, G?
Life is so hard.
Now, oh my God.
Come, let's hey, come. Hey, bring it in here.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Not the leg shake.
I hugged.
I don't see it
So
before.
for those who are wondering what happened, Ash just gave me a nice hug.
nice
she,
hug.
She put my head right between her bosoms.
And she smells good,
It
right?
smells so nice.
I smell good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
so
I remember
nice.
there was once you told me I smell like money and happiness.
I told you.
I
that?
wonder what happened.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Pull up that clip.
Stop.
No, you said once. It's a joke. I'm sorry.
You're pulling that clip up, okay? I'll remember what episode that is.
Money and happiness. I
I
like
gave
that.
Andy a very nice hug today. And what did you tell me?
But no, I want to talk about hugs.
Let's.
And I want to talk about, like you just said, that, like you don't want to show emotion. What is the block between people being in touch with how they feel? All right, so recently I've been on a journey. And my journey is, I feel in my own life, in my own space, that I've really held back on how I really feel about things so much. So, for example, it's like I might feel some type of way about something, but I just like let it go and just like deal with it internally or process it. But I feel that now I've come to a phase in life where I'm going to express exactly how I feel about anything in any given time and any given emotion. You understand? And I feel it's been so freeing. I feel that I don't understand what I mean. I'm not saying that I didn't go through that phase of you got to be tough, you can't show emotions. But I really find it so interesting because I feel like I'm around so many people who are actually emotional, but just hold on to it.
Holding
I'm
on.
They're
like,
tight about
when I was used to do yoga, you know, one of the things that I picked up for doing yoga was the yogi used to always say, "Yo, feel what you feel, feel what you feel." So when you're doing these stretches and like you feel like every sinew is gonna break, he's like, "Hey, feel what you feel, breathe through it, bring yourself."
Facts.
I really feel that that lack of emotional expression is why there are so many people walking around who are just so damn angry all of the time.
Yeah.
I really genuinely believe that. I believe that we need to get more in touch with our feelings. I genuinely believe that.
Ashley has the answers. She can tell us why.
Yeah, why can't you be
Yeah.
emotional?
What's
why
the
shouldn't you be
barrier?
emotional? What's the problem?
So I do get emotional, but it's once in a while. I have started allowing myself to get a little bit emotional, but I'm still sorry about it, which is weird. I think maybe my upbringing, also always being the solution and always being the how do I put it? Always being the strong one, right? So it's almost like you can't necessarily show people that you have emotions or you can cry, blah, blah. Like those ones, like I just randomly broke down and my friend was in shock and she was like, I can't cry with you because you've never done this in front of me. So I'm
Right.
going to let you. But I mean, yeah, it does feel good when you do let it go. I do have ways of letting myself be emotional.
Right.
Funny story. Those ones, I had a really shitty day, and I couldn't cry like throughout the day. So when I got home, I made sure like I've put something that will make me cry. So I have triggers that will make me like really just break down and feel everything within. And then afterwards, I'm good. So I have little crying sessions for myself, which helps. So if you're like me, get yourself crying sessions. I cried about a drumstick as well, but
Crying is like taking a soul to the laundromat. Do you know what I mean?
oh wow, yeah,
That's a good one. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rugby players. Do rugby players cry? Are they emotional? Or
Yeah, you should have seen us after that Queen's game. Did you see it?
But you guys won.
Yeah, so people are happy, they're crying.
Okay. So what
I saw it for the first time. I was like, bro, not you.
Are you deflecting?
He did very much.
Are you deflecting? You, Mr. Tough Guy, rugby guy. How do you deal with your emotions?
We normally go to the bar, or you can hit up with your friend who you know that will just be there with no
Judgment, no.
nothing. Just listen to you like rant. Let's say we are talking about a relationship thing, yeah, and babes has left you, and now you're crushed. You don't know how to handle it. But since you're tough, you can't be crying out here.
Facts.
Have you ever seen a rugby dude crying, bro?
No, only after injury.
Oh man.
That has to be serious.
And that's to be your arms hanging off is like,
Yo, it's
nah,
crazy,
it's nothing,
man.
it's nothing,
I'm
it's nothing. So for you, it's just like you unload on the people. I feel like you unload on people who you know that will just, there's no judgment and you can just like literally just vibe, have a drink and just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the end game of it is usually just to make you feel good at that
In that moment.
But after that, it comes back. And you're like, no. Now you find someone drinking for like, not me.
Let's be very specific here.
Someone will drink like consecutively for like 3 or 4 days. And then they'll come back. Now they're
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Now you're
interesting.
2 days.
You've drunk your pain away.
Damn. Okay, first I'd say it's very important. Like you see how Ashley talked about, even you, like if you're ready to offload and someone is ready to like listen to what you have to say, there has to be a clear exchange between the two of you. Cause I don't want to come dump my, I don't want to call it mess, but I want to unpack what I'm going through, but you don't have the capacity, right? So personally, I just like you, I have had to learn through my female friends that Andy, there's times they just want to rant. They want to come, they want to rant and just leave it at that. They don't want your advice. They don't want you to get philosophical. Because I think it's a guy thing. I stand corrected. Hey, I stand corrected because we are more logical. You'll come to me with a problem. I'm already seeing the solution.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, what could be better help than the solution to the problem that you have right now? So I had to find that thin line between, okay, he wants to rant. Maybe they just want a solution right now and be okay with however they want to go about it. But personally, whenever I'm running into problems or if I feel like I'm at a low, I think everything had to do with me changing my perspective on life. Because as you said, you can't fight an emotion you're feeling because that's how people end up. This is an interesting conversation. Even cheating, because sometimes you can be in such denial that you're feeling how you're feeling. And because of the attention you're paying to this thing, it keeps on growing and growing and growing.
wow.
And it blows up in your face. And one time you find yourself in a dark corner with this person and
It happens.
Bana, and you're like, damn, I've been fighting it. It always happens when you also say, I was trying so much not to do this.
Sure.
I ended up doing it. I was trying so hard not to be like my dad. I ended up being like my dad, being like my mom. I ended up being like my mom. So I figured, you know what? Because we're all like, here we go. You might think it's philosophical, but it's just a good analogy I use. We're like water. Water has no form. It has no shape.
You told me this.
Yeah, this is what I was telling you. It follows whatever path it's on, right? It didn't create its path, but it can create its own path. It just found itself moving. And water doesn't have any shape, but it will take up the shape of whatever you put it into. So you can't define the water as the shape of the vessel. The shape of the vessel is the shape of the vessel. You are the water. So we are very adaptable. Whatever situation, you put me in a cylinder, you put me in a cone, you put me in a whatever, I'm gonna fit in there, pause. I'm gonna fulfill whatever I'm supposed to fulfill over there. And when it's time, you flow. So you'll never find water fighting its own flow to go upstream and it's going downstream. So you just have to trust that wherever you're at whatever time, everything is meant for you. It's the thing is, we label it as bad. This is a bad feeling. This is a bad emotion.
Feel what you
this
feel.
is a bad situation. It's okay if it's not a pleasant feeling. But we've talked about this every now and then. After you're from a not pleasant feeling state, you always look back and go like, damn, I needed to learn that. I needed to understand that because I'm 10 times better. Had I not gone through that, it would probably have taken me 5 years to learn that or 10 years to learn that. So just embrace it. You take the punches, you go with the flow.
And also, I feel like if if you don't go through the lesson, and you're right, you have to go through the fire, because I feel like that's how you beat it.
Yeah, it shows you, contrast shows you what you don't like. For example, we always say, why complain about something that you don't like? You don't like it, right?
it.
So it showed you that you have a preference. So as opposed to looking at it as a bad thing, you should in fact thank it for showing you the clarity that you needed.
Right.
And you're for real, I don't mess with this thing. And it's because of this encounter that I now know for sure
It's like-
I don't want it.
It's like someone says, "Oh, I hate the mics are open. Let me go and listen to another podcast," and they go and listen to the Sandwich Podcast, and they're like, "I love the Sandwich Podcast," or "I love Man Talk," or "I love whatever other podcast."
Yeah.
Really and truly, the catalyst for you to enjoy
Like
these new
them
ones
is
was the fact
not
you did-
liking us.
Yes,
liking,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So
I
you're
get that.
welcome. Yeah, we're always pushed into the direction that we need to go. Like, see, you've been in a situation where you've always wanted something so much, and you wonder why is it taking so long. And then the moment that you get it, you
like-
realize, oh,
That's
it's
why.
not all that.
It's not all
this
that.
This is why maybe the universe was trying to show you. Maybe you don't really. You think you want it,
Right.
but you don't.
Right.
It's a feeling maybe you are after, and you think it's gonna come like this, but not necessarily like this.
Right.
So it's the same thing. Just embrace.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, quick plug while we mention the Sandwich Podcast. This weekend, tomorrow, it's all about the something for the baddies at the SK Dome. We were actually there today looking at the setup going on and stuff. It's going to be an amazing event. Please make sure you support our guys. Tickets are available at tokyo.com. Something for the baddies, courtesy of the Sandwich Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Good vibes.
It's gonna
Now,
be a good one.
First of all, also, I want to send a big shout out to the guys who make this happen for us. The Court Bank and the Year account. The Year account, of course, is the youth focus account from Court Bank. Just to let you know, there's something really big in the offing, not just in the financial space, but in the creative space as well. So big up and Court Bank, because there's a lot happening there. But one thing you can do, if you are in business, if you're a young digital entrepreneur, whether you're making your money selling mixtapes or whether you're selling candles or scents, whatever you're doing, make sure you get yourself a till number. And with your Year account, you're entitled to a till number that you can now go and give your customers, so that when you're doing business with these guys, you're not giving them a phone number. And of course, when they pay you, it reflects instantly in your account as well. To get your till number for your Year account, very simple. Go into any branch of Court Bank, fill in a form. It's one page. You know, the other day I went to get a phone line, and they had like two different pages. Me, I just went prepaid or whatever it's called. I couldn't be bothered.
Yes,
the
totally.
good thing with this is that it's one simple form, and by the time you leave the bank, you'll have your till number and you activate it with your first transaction. So make sure you take advantage of that. Make sure your business is up to scratch and get your till number, courtesy of Court Bank and the Year account. Now, man, them,
Oh, gone.
as I run through this amazing topics that you've given us, men and the reverse for women, what is the biggest red flag in women?
Oh,
If I talk,
Tender was here we go.
I've started, you've started. Talk! Biggest red flag.
me and girlies.
Yes.
The girlies.
Yeah, me and my girlies. That's the biggest red flag.
What, you?
The girls will always say, me and my girlies.
Oh, me and my girlies.
Me and my girlies is the biggest red flag.
Ah, really?
Me and my girlies, we are doing this. Me and my girlies, we are doing
Oh,
this.
the
Me and girlies.
girlies.
Ah.
Why?
Bro, she can
a
say she's
victim.
with the girlies. You can't come there.
So you're insecure about not knowing if she's lying or not.
Exactly.
So whose red flag is this? Is it yours or hers?
It's not being. It's not about me being insecure. It's about the lies that they tell
Okay.
while saying.
Because she
that
can say she's with the girlies, but you know she's not with the girlies.
proper man them back.
Yeah, I know. I feel you on that. Yeah, and she can get away with that anytime.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
If you decide to call one of her girlies, they're gonna cover for one another. Like, yeah, they're here with me,
Exactly.
blah blah blah.
And you know, women
That's
talk
good
a lot, everything in details. So by the time she's telling you, by the time she's telling you that me and girlies,
Yeah.
she's already texted like 3 or 4 of them
Yeah.
That she's put it in the group.
in the group chat. Yeah.
Guys, if anyone asks, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm with y'all. So now I think we should give both the man them and the girl them. Like you've told us red flags you see in the ladies. What about red flags you see in us,
In men.
in men? Yeah.
Ooh, like you're asking, like, hey,
For all of us, we will answer both.
for both.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
Sell yourself out.
Biggest red flag in men.
Yeah.
That's like me putting myself outside.
Yes.
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 Let's go. It's a poddy, bro. Let's go.
Huh, interesting. I think the biggest red flag in men is they'll always say, don't ask me what I'm doing or who I am with. I'll always tell you. I'll always confirm where you are. And I'll always tell you where I am. So in short, they can't surprise you.
You want to move discreet.
You have to move discreetly.
Yeah. Or need to know basis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a deep one though. Damn. You thought about it.
I get it.
Yeah. Ash.
To touch on his point, actually.
Yeah.
We hear this one too many times. When a man tells you all you have to do is ask, basically that's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
All you have to do is ask. Oh, red flag. Because you already know the lies that are going to come. I'm never going to lie to...
When someone tells you I'm never gonna lie to you, lie
I'm
number
never
one.
gonna lie.
It's in the rule book, page 1.
Sweetie, there's nothing I will believe from you after that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think that's a projection now.
No, it's not a projection. It's
I feel that sometimes I feel sometimes though there are unrealistic asks. Like for example, in the sense of like if you were to ask a man, did you cheat? What do you expect?
tell me yes.
Like you know when
If you told me you're not gonna lie.
You know the most ridiculous
That's
thing.
an unrealistic.
you know the most. It's an unrealistic ask.
Red flag.
No, but look, it's an unrealistic.
Red flag.
Listen, let me ask
Why
you a
did you
question.
go to that one? You could have asked any other question. Just not
Red-
Let me
that.
ask you, right? Look
Turn me up. Red flag.
Bro, when she's asking you that, she already knows you're cheating.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm
so
saying.
she's
what I'm saying.
gauging.
Wait,
How are you going to
what I'm
answer
saying,
that?
Like what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this: it's an unrealistic ask. You know, like when someone says, you know what, I'll be so mad if you cheat, when I hear from somebody else.
Yeah.
So if I tell you, you won't be mad.
I will be.
Less
Madness.
mad.
Less mad.
Less mad.
It's an unrealistic ask because 99% of us are not going to tell the truth in that scenario.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
you're
the truth.
right.
It's an
You're right.
unrealistic ask.
Yeah. I don't think it's unrealistic, but what's realistic is you'll probably
Okay.
be lied to.
In the real world, the best
Yeah.
the best case scenario
Yeah.
would be for your partner, whoever would just be the best case scenario would be like, you know what? Guess what? This thing that we have now work for me. I'm going out on road and let's just move like.
Yeah.
And then you deal with that hurt in that moment, in that time, and then maybe you'll find out sometimes that they're feeling the same way as well. They didn't
Yeah.
know how to say it.
Yeah.
Because you can feel when energy drifts.
Yeah.
But that whole unrealistic, like, you know, tell me before, so I don't want to hear from somebody. You're mad. You know, you're going to hear it from somebody else. Get used to it.
You take from me.
I'm itching because I got the red flags on.
Let's go.
Are we ready?
Crimson red.
Let's
Are we
No,
ready?
Ashley
Yes.
isn't done yet.
In fact,
So,
There
wait,
will be-
hey.
change the color from blue to red because I'm ready. I am ready. Turn this set red right
red.
now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ashley. Umetuambia ya maboy, tuambie sasa ya madem.
I can't think of any.
Oh wow. How convenient. How convenient. Wow. Wow.
Jesus.
Did not see that.
Let
Wait,
him go and then I'll
let's-
come back. Circle back to me.
Okay, sawa.
Circle back. Go off, red flag.
Let's go. Yeah, are you gonna?
Mic off because I hit it. Is okay now? Right. Red flag number 1. The gal them. Any gal where you see, sorry, see the Jamaican.
The patois came out.
Any woman that you see, any girl that you see, any woman you see who's friendly with a bagger man in the same crew, red flag.
Ah, nah.
Bro,
I'm not with it.
I'm not with it too.
Let me tell you why I'm with it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. When you see a woman who is so, I'm not talking like polite. Hi, Andy. Hi. Ready to
We're
sit on
kiki.
this lap, kiki here, kiki there, kiki there, bro. Red flag.
That one
Red
came from
flag.
the heart, bro.
Listen, red flag. Fam, I've seen women who have worked their way through crews like that.
And you
Red
said
flag.
like it's a bad thing.
No, I respect it.
Yeah.
You know the red flag with mandem? Red flag with mandem is the mandem who will use your name to get pum pum. I am not like G. I'm not like Andy.
Oh, yeah.
I am not like. By the
that's
way,
whack.
did you know that, bro? It's
That's
prevalent.
wild. That's wild.
It's
I
so
agree.
prevalent, fam. The other day, where was I the other day? I was. It was here in Nairobi, fam. And I was at a bridging, and it wasn't you, so let me just put it out. It
Wasn't me.
It was the other friends. And you know, the guy got a phone call, and he's like, yo, G, can you imagine? And somebody, a mutual friend, had said something to a chick about this guy. Imagine the chicks just called the guy and said, hey, what's your friend, you know? Your friend today, your boy was
Facts.
under the bus.
I'm about
happens
it, yeah.
so prevalent. And to me, I think it's the worst. Like I'm saying, like for me, straight up, I'd be like this. I don't care what lie you tell to get a girl. Because that's how it works sometimes. But keep my name out of your mouth, man. That's the worst of the worst
Will
of the
Smith.
worst. Because at the end of the day, it's like, imagine, and you know that man there who always carry your name to girl, they don't even get the girl blood.
Of course
But
they
the girl is
can't. Yeah.
disgusted because she's like,
They
if
can't.
you could say this to me, that means that by the time boom, 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 you know, it's even when I was in the UK, that will get you ostracized in a minute.
ASAP.
And
Yeah.
in Jamaica, we say like in the song, "We no new to girl, you care about my name to girl." There's so many. Every other song talks about that. That's the worst red flag in a man.
Also, you know, they say you don't have to lie to a girl. You know, if she likes you, she's gonna believe
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Facts.
true.
Yeah,
Ashley,
man.
Keep it red.
did we?
Do
Did we?
it, keep it red.
Or
man,
they're
keep
saying
it red.
you're cooling it down. Come on, Austin. Don't
Bring
be
it
like
back to
that.
green because I'm the green flag.
Don't be like that, Austin. Wow.
You laughed a little bit too hard. That's a red flag right there.
That was a good one.
I can't think.
Wow. Yani, even one.
Wait, so what?
Not even
half
one.
the room is green, and now half the room is
It's red.
Because I'm the green flag, G. Come
Whatever.
on.
Okay, let me go as you think.
Yes,
as you
please.
buy you more time. But you're not getting away with this
Okay,
one.
no problem.
You won't. But I feel like let me start with the mandem. With the mandem, it's the conversation that we just had.
Yeah.
I think our red flag is we feel like we are supposed to fight our emotions and our feelings to be macho. And that goes against even our maternal instincts because, you know, we also have feminine energy. So kukosa kuzibalance and then you put your macho self out there trying to, you know, dictate like I don't know, the guy that you are. I feel like it's the biggest red flag. It comes with a sense of entitlement, of things are supposed to come to me like that.
Right.
There's no I can ask you for something and you say no. A sense of ownership, like I own you, I own this. Why? Because this is how it's supposed to be and all that. So I feel like for the mandem, that's it. And for the ladies, ladies and accountability, it's water and oil.
Yeah, facts.
Water and oil.
Yeah.
Like,
Facts.
Yeah.
damn, are they gonna come for me? Nisawa, you know what? It is what it is, but
For advice, obviously.
according to my experience, my personal experience, and also things I have seen play out, the last thing a baby is gonna do is take responsibility and accountability. That's the last thing. She will do everything else that she can before she gets to that.
She'll even peg it to be like it's your own problem.
Gaslighting.
I guess like I'll give you.
Yes.
I'll actually touch on that because I was thinking about the same thing. It's crazy.
But you didn't say it.
Sorry. No.
Wow.
Listen, just now I just thought of it. This crazy little girl. Sorry, don't come for me. It's because
Sema tunajijua.
She's secured.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, I'm fine. Listen, these babes who always think they're the victim
Hey.
because maybe someone doesn't like them or someone
that's a
doesn't.
sport.
No, yeah, because or someone is not talking to them the way they want them to talk to them, or they feel like they're
know
not
what?
being given enough attention. Girl, sit down.
I feel that's a general red
That's the
flag.
one.
Oh no, you're very
I think
big
it's a
red
general
flag.
red flag. I think that's man the man. girl.
Amanda Mangaldum.
You know, I think
Fact.
in life, if you keep on going through the same thing, you have to ask yourself why.
What is the common denominator?
Tell them.
You have to ask yourself why. Like I feel like in life, it's like in life until you have those hard conversations
Yeah.
with yourself. Because too many people out there are lying to themselves.
Yep.
They're lying to themselves. And at the end of the day, if God keeps on saying, okay, you didn't learn Wednesday, here's Friday. Here's Monday. Here's Wednesday. All right, let's keep Friday. Here's Sunday. And give you the same thing. And if you're like mandem and your relationships, you're losing the girls for the same reason. A chick says, you know what? I feel like you're emotionally unavailable. And then you're like, okay, like what is that? Go and find out what it means.
Yeah.
Go and find out what it means. Do some research for yourself and look at yourself honestly. I feel like we don't look at ourselves honestly.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because sometimes I always use this analogy, right? A woman can meet a man, and the man, let's say the woman is just, basic's not the word, but it's like not as achieved as the man is. Because, you know, a woman always has the opportunity to date upwards.
Yeah.
Men don't really usually have the opportunity to date upwards.
Yeah.
Because if a man's down here and the woman's up there, 9 times out of 10, she's not looking down, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say that a woman dates upwards and she meets a man. The man can have everything. He can have the house, he can have the car, he can have everything sorted, great prospects, great trajectory, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes all that man wants is support and peace and a safe space and a place for nurturing. So now if you think about that and the man's like, you know, I feel like I'm not getting any of this emotional support from you. I mean, first of all, most of the men won't say that, but if that's how they feel, right? It's a case of like, it's now the woman should say to herself, you know what, the last few men I've dated, they've said that I'm emotionally unavailable or whatever.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes you get some, like even the other night, someone said to me, hey, you don't even know what you want. And I'm like,
Well, shit then.
Well, damn.
maybe you're right. Maybe you're actually right. And the thing about it is one of those ones that we don't examine ourselves. And it's only when you start like, I feel when I look back as G then and G now, I think to myself, wow, if G then had the empathy and the awareness that G now has, life could have been so different. You know what I'm trying to say? Or would be a different place. So I feel like we have to ask ourselves first the hard question. I used to say to these guys on the radio, when you're on the radio, when you walk out of the studio, nobody should say to you, that was a bad show.
Yeah.
You should know.
It was a bad show.
You should have the insight and the awareness. You know how many days I go on the radio and I can leave and I'm like, yo, that show was rubbish. But you have the insight to understand you.
You already know.
Awareness.
Similarly, in life and in relationships, if you're rubbish, work on it.
Yeah.
If you can't be a hoe and then wonder why you can't meet your significant other.
Yeah.
Allow the hoe in.
Allow it.
You know what I'm trying to
This
allow
is
the
who you
hoe in.
are.
Be where you are.
And if
Embrace it.
And
Embrace
if you
it.
are a hoe, be the best hoe
you
out
can be.
there. And own that.
Let me tell
Preach.
you.
Expand the greener circle. What?
Yeah, man.
There's a video.
Forget the green circle. Go OnlyFans.
OnlyFans D. There's a video, shout out to Rono. There's a video Rono did which was talking exactly about this. And she was talking about how for the longest time she used to wonder why is it always her? Why is it always her? And every time she will change her environment, the same shit will happen over and over again. Not realizing that she was lying to herself so much and she kept victimizing herself so much that no matter how many times she will change the environment, the same messed up things would happen over and over again. So she was just like, listen, it's about time we all stop lying to each other, to ourselves, and expecting other people to lie to us, or rather, lie to us about things that you want to believe. Like, allow those people who call you out. Allow those people who actually, if someone is treating you rubbish, allow that they treat you like rubbish, because that's exactly the front that you put out.
Let me tell you.
And if you knew yourself well enough, you will not have been in that position. But you're victimizing.
Surround yourself with people who will call you out.
Facts.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because you don't know anything. At the end of the day, like, the more powerful you become, the less people are willing to call you out. The higher you rise, the less people. And the irony is that's when you need to be called out because your ego kicks in. And sometimes, like, for me, I've been in situations where someone has said something. Even Otis said something the other day. And he was like, but that's where you're wrong. And I'm like, didn't say nothing that day because, ego.
Who do you think you are?
Ego. It's
Me
like ego,
wrong?
innit? But then the next week, because the ego was still strong. We were talking, I'm like, by the way, last week you said blah, 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 blah. You know what? You're actually right. I thought about that, You need people to call you out.
Yeah.
You need people to call
You
you
need
out,
truth
man.
tellers. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's the other thing. You need to learn how to select the people who are around you, choose who you go to for this, because sometimes, because of the environment, you'll find X number of people around you, but you can identify maybe this person is for real, and you can't also put it on someone to be responsible for your life or take a certain level of interest in your life. You just have to take what's around you. But I'll say it again, we're just noisy gongs over here, because someone who is in denial about being in denial.
Fact.
And the only way they're gonna get over that denial is if they go back. Like I've said this before, you come and complain to me about someone who is doing you dirty, I'll say sawa. The second time you come, I'll tell you, go back to them, let them do you dirty some more, because until you're fed up, then we're just making noise, we're just bantering.
Facts.
So yes, just go back. I know you like him, I know you're attracted to him. It's gonna happen again. You'll come, you'll cry, you'll go back again. So might as well just,
Embrace
Allow
it.
embrace it. Let him treat you like trash. Embrace the trash
Until you're
treatment.
tired.
Until
Yeah.
you're tired of the trash treatment. You're gonna get out of that. So
Yeah,
everybody has their own process. Embrace it, bro.
We are back together. We don't want your advice.
After all that, but imagine.
Leave
who
me
are you?
Listen, man.
It's usually so funny after someone comes to you and you give them the most solid advice, and then the next minute you see on the gram and say they've posted with the same person they're complaining about, saying
Or
the
same
most-
scenes.
Bro,
You're like,
I'm
people are
Stop this
together.
pod. Stop this pod right now.
I'm gonna break up with him for real, for real.
Stop this pod.
It's time. This time.
Next IG
If I
post,
talk-
the love of my life. Oh,
Listen, this will be the mics are open. My name is G Money.
Ashley.
Sir Henry.
and the young. Adios,
Bye.
muchachos.